and welcome back
to
Sick.
See you next Tuesday.
And Ben, what is the event that we are celebrating tonight?
Welcome to the first annual Sick.
See you next Tuesday awards.
Woo!
Tonight is the grand finale of awards season.
Is.
Some liars may accuse that of being the Oscars. Clearly, they're not tapped into the event of the season.
My name is Ben.
And my name is Annabel.
And we're going to be your hosts for tonight.
That's a good one, Ben. Where'd you come up with it? We're also going to be every single announcer. We're also the Academy. So we're
also
multi-hyphenates.
the musical guests.
Absolutely, we are. Stay tuned. Just get ready for the halftime show.
A few months ago, we had an episode that was our nominations for these awards. So go
Link
and
to
watch
description
that
below
video.
because that's actually essential viewing. That's not even just a plug. That's mandatory. So study up.
We will
then
be
come back.
talking about these nominations again, but
I want that view.
watch the video first.
Absolutely, study up.
And if you can see, hopefully everything's going well. This is much more of a visual episode.
Absolutely it is. We've got a PowerPoint presentation, and by we, I mean credit where credit's due. One half of the hosting duo, Ben Thomas, absolutely went to town.
This is not a PowerPoint presentation. This is actually the graphics for the show.
And that's and by PowerPoint presentation, I was just trying to put it in language that laymen watching would understand. But this is the official Academy projection on stage set.
The CUNT Academy.
Welcome. Membership application below.
Yeah, if you'd like to join. So how this works is a few months ago, Annabelle and I pitched we had a bunch of categories that we created, some stereotypical, some a little out there. Mm-hmm. We both suggested 2 for each category.
Absolutely we did.
2 nominations. And then we sort of went through, picked who we both believe should be number 1, the winner. And then we sort of discussed if there was any disagreement on like why we made our cases, and we chose the winner. We
might give you a little peek behind the curtain if time allows. And if we're cut for time and the music starts playing us off, then we'll talk over it, because if Adrian Brody can, so can we.
Amen. This can be just as long as Adrian Brody's speech.
Strap in for the next 3.5 hours.
Because that's how long his speech was.
Certainly felt like it. Felt longer than the Brutalist.
Should we jump right in?
Let's dive on in.
So, Annabelle, you have no idea what order these are going in.
I'm actually audience surrogate in that we're all going in blind except for Ben. And that's how it should be, because I'm a woman.
I'm also praying I didn't make any mistakes. Watch there be an incorrect winner or just a nominee that shouldn't be there.
But that's exciting. That's what happens. That's what happens at the Oscars, isn't it?
That is the real world right there.
Maybe we'll have a La La Land again right here, live-ish on the pod. Live for us. Sorry, guys. We didn't want to.
But the first category that we have...
Okay, transition. Okay.
Best Supporting Actor.
Whoa.
Now, Annabelle, you may follow along with our notes, because I did try my best to follow that in terms of like whose name is going to show up first.
That's cool. My phone, I fear, isn't on me.
Is being used. And that's okay.
And that's okay. And the nominees were...
For Best Supporting Actor.
For Best Supporting Actor. I can't remember.
It's in front of you.
Denzel Washington, Gladiator 2.
Are we going to alternate, or do you want to do this one? You do this one.
Okay. Gabriel Lavelle, Snack Shack. What if I forgot someone's name? Kieran Culkin, a real pain. You goes Borisov and Nora.
Yes. This one I feel like was pretty easy for both of us.
Yeah. Denzel Washington.
Honestly, Denzel kills.
Gladiator 2 review linked below. He is a good actor, that one.
Yes, you'd be shocked to find. However, the winner of the Sexy Next Tuesday award is... Let me get the paper.
Thank you. Kieran Culkin, a real pain.
Kieran could not be here tonight, so we will accept
it on his behalf.
On his behalf.
Kieran,
Culkin,
I'm going to give you another kid. Just one more from me.
Annabel has seen the Oscars.
I've seen the Oscars. Went crazy. And yeah, you know what? We're going to toss the Academy a bone, and we're going to agree with them on this one.
I think that he maybe had the best performance of the year.
I really do. What a man. What a performance. What a film.
Agreed.
Agreed. What a husband. What a father. What a Culkin.
What a Culkin, yes.
What a nepper.
And it only makes sense for us to then move on to Best Supporting Actress.
Perfect.
We gave the men a chance. Let's give a woman a chance.
Let's give a woman one single chance, just this once. It's because it's Women's History Month. And I like that I took on the men. You take over. You take those women.
That's feminism.
That's feminism.
The nominees for Best Supporting Actress are Ariana Grande, Wicked; Margaret Qualley, The Substance; Kaylee Spaney, Civil War; and Elle Fanning for A Complete Unknown.
Whoa. Sound off in the comments below. Who are you rooting for?
Who are you rooting for? But I'll tell you.
But I'll tell you who won. Suspense cut short. Right, quickly.
Margaret Qualley for The Substance.
Congrats, Margaret. This is the only real, big award recognition she got because the Oscars snubbed her.
They really did. She didn't even get nominated.
But don't worry, because she won the See You Next Tuesday.
Yes, this is the biggest accolade she could
took it home.
Get.
Yeah.
This is maybe our biggest point of contention. I mean, you had originally selected Ariana Grande. However, Margaret was one of your suggestions.
She was. So in terms of point of contention, the contention eased up pretty quickly when I said, I don't mind. I love Margaret.
And I you know what? I think Ariana Grande was fabulous, but as you mentioned, she's got
another go. This is only part one of Glinda. She'll be back with a vengeance.
That the truth?
Isn't that the truth? But then next time, it's for good.
And
oh,
was that a Wicked pun?
Yes. Yes.
But Margaret Qualley gave a beautiful performance.
Quite literally, she looked stunning in that film.
And it's maybe the best I've ever seen her act.
Yeah. That lip bite didn't do that on its own.
Inspired by Psycho?
Inspired by Psycho. Link in description below.
I was just going to say link down below, even though that's not out yet.
You'll see it one day.
But those are the boring nominees. Now let's get into the more exciting ones.
Best dog. Who likes a good dog in the audience, huh?
And
who doesn't love a good dog?
I think the Oscars need to take notes on.
100%. The amount of canine performances that we have seen from Oscar contenders, actually astronomical. The Artist, as if that didn't change the game. I'm sorry.
So true.
That's nuts. And then last year with Messi's heart-wrenching portrayal of dog in Anatomy of a Fall. Don't remember its name. What's the name of the dog?
Messi.
No, I said Messi, but what's the name of the character?
Oh, I don't remember the name of the character.
Yeah, who's to say? Because Messi really dominated that entire film.
Well, let's hear the nominees.
Let's hear the nominees for this year's Best Dog. Pilaf. Demi Moore's son, daughter?
Son.
Son. Brisket, aka Hot Brisket, Glenn Powell's son. Messi, Anatomy of a Fall. Ugly dog from Deadpool.
Whose name is
2.
Peggy, by the way.
Peggy.
Yeah.
So cute. I actually follow Pegster on Instagram, but Pegster's username is like ugly Deadpool dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, it won ugliest dog in Britain.
I think we had a big dog year this year.
Huge dog year for cinema and for press junkets.
Yes. Yes.
These 4 are absolute stunners. Like, really, really
Stars.
good. We didn't have to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Like, they rose to the top.
This was maybe the easiest category to nominate.
Easiest category. Dogs galore. Some maybe who didn't make the cut.
I think that's true. And also, these dogs had such a huge impact in our lives as well.
100%. Absolutely. I know Pilaf's a sticker that you have ready to go to send to anyone whose number you have. So
And that
watch
is true.
out. Watch out.
That is true.
Leave a comment below if you want us to send you Pilaf.
We will. We'll give you our cell phone numbers.
Absolutely. I'll give you my address. Come on over.
You almost did once.
I almost did. We had to strike it. Thank God this isn't live. This is why we couldn't do a live episode. Because you'd be over here in a jiffy.
All right, well.
And the See You Next Tuesday for Best Dog goes to Pilaf, Demi Moore's child. We kind of spoiled it. Sticker material right there.
Face,
Look
that tongue.
at that face. A tongue that only the entire world could love.
And Pilaf is just baby of the world.
100%. Actively came to award shows, was at the SAGs.
I love
Attended,
that little
was in
dog.
the room. I love that little dog.
I just
And
want to scratch his little head.
I thought you were going to say, like, eyes. And I
Oh,
was
no,
like,
the top of
get
his
out
head,
of
like
here.
right there.
No, yeah. Oh, I love that person. I really don't want to assume the gender on Pilaf because you know what? Pilaf kind of gives genderless vibes.
You know what? Maybe
Little NB dog.
non-binary.
Yes, absolutely. I see. I love Pilaf. So does Mikey Madison.
So true. Who doesn't?
The world's fallen in love with Pilaf, and so have we. Award winner, Pilaf.
Next category is most surprising hit. This category encompasses movies that we were shocked to be a hit.
Absolutely. We thought we went in either with like no expectations, mid expectations, or like maybe we thought it was going to be bad, or maybe we thought it was going to be good, but it actually just really exceeded those expectations.
No
So
matter
anywhere
what,
on the spectrum.
yes. These movies, though, exceeded our expectations going in.
Absolutely, they did.
And then-
An underdog, if you will.
That's exactly it.
That's
this could have
exactly
totally
it.
been called The Underdog.
And you know what? That's a little note for next year.
We just
Because-
did Best Dog, and now we do Underdog.
Starring Kyle Massey.
Starring, yes, Kyle Massey.
Huge. Okay, yeah. So 2026, second annual awards is going to go nuts. Stay tuned.
The nominees for Most Surprising Hit are Juror Number 2, Beetlejuice, Lisa Frankenstein, and Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
Yes.
All good movies.
All banging films. I feel like we went in with different expectations for each,
For sure.
but the commonality, loved them all.
Exactly. We walked out and we said, that was good.
That was good, if not great.
But there's only one most surprising hit.
And you're so right. And Ben, what is that most surprising hit?
The most surprising hit and the winner of the See You Next Tuesday award is
Ooh.
Juror Number 2 by Clint
Wow.
Eastwood.
Nikki, congrats. Clint, congrats. What a film.
Yes. Clint Eastwood is actually here. He's going to give a speech.
He's going to... Come on, Clint. Come on. No, he's taking a while to get to the stand.
With no expectations, and
absolutely
it
not.
Greatly exceeded them.
My note for Clint. You're doing great. But maybe like get a bigger marketing budget or something, because I feel like this was like slept on by quite a few.
And it was in theaters for maybe a week, and
for
then
maybe
on HBO
a week.
Max.
We quite truly went to see it just to see Zoe Deutsch.
Mm-hmm.
And
per usual,
thank God, Zoe, we love you. And she was a star, but the film as a whole, star vehicle.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Mr. Eastwood and co. And now that brings us to the other side of the coin. We're going to flip-flop, if we will, to most surprising flop.
The overdog, if you will.
And I will.
And I think you can probably guess what this category is.
Absolutely. What flopped?
Here are the nominations.
And here are the nominations for the See Next Tuesday Award for Most Surprising Flop. Max's Salem's Lot. Back to Black. Megalopolis. Trap. And the See You Next Tuesday for Most Surprising Flop goes to Megalopolis.
Woo!
Megaflopolis, if you will.
Francis Ford Coppola is here to accept his award as well.
He is very graciously. And I think he has come to terms with the fact his movie did suck.
Annabel and I both did not like this movie.
No. It was dumb, it made no sense, and not in a fun way. In a way where I said, it's so long and it's so boring and my life's ticking away. Actually, no. I want to leave. And a man did in my cinema. He got all of his stuff and he walked out.
And I would love for you, Annabelle, to describe why this is the winner, because
this was another
a very valid point.
Yes. So if we're talking points of contention, I guess this is number 2. Originally, you pitched Salem's Lot because particularly like you're a Salem's Lot book fan. Mm-hmm. Never has there ever really been a good film or TV adaptation of it. Another flop in the stack.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, you know what? Why Megalopolis was a megaflopolis for me is because you've got Francis Ford Coppola at the helm. And the cast, by God, does it go crazy. Name a star, they're in it. It's crazy. And also just like it looks like a big budget, like it's a very ambitious project, you know? They shot for the stars. And by God, were they on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. It just had the recipe for a masterpiece.
A masterpiece, a blockbuster, beloved by many, to go down in history.
It will go down in history as maybe the worst movie.
Yeah, though just like the most confusing film of 2024. I was like, what's happening? What's the plot? Genuinely, couldn't tell you. Gun to my head, couldn't tell you. At one point I was like, is this analogous to like the Roman Empire and Trump or something? And I just don't understand what it was trying to say, and I don't think anyone else in the film does either. That's okay.
And you know, it came to a point where it's like it's not even worth attempting to understand.
No, I want to say for the first, like, maybe 45 minutes, if I'm being generous, I was really sitting there trying to work out what was going on. And then I said, babes, I'm off the clock. Francis Ford Coppola, I can only put in so much effort. You haven't told me enough for me to be interested.
It's truly not worth it.
It's not worth it. Funny, though, kind of. Not intentionally.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have most ubiquitous actor.
Absolutely, we do.
Would you like to describe what this category is, Annabelle?
Absolutely, I would love to, Ben. In Hollywood, you'll see an old friend pop up time and time again. You'll see a familiar face haunting the screen many a time in the same year. who was the most ubiquitous? Who shoved themselves into the most projects in 2024? Who were the nominees,
The
Ben?
nominees for most ubiquitous actor are Kiernan Shipka,
What a photo. What a photo.
Margaret Qualley, Nicholas Hoult,
Oh, stunning photo.
or Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Uh-huh.
And the winner for the 60 Next Tuesday Award for Most Ubiquitous Actor goes to Kiernan Shipka.
Woo.
She has never shown up on my screen
So much.
too much? No.
No, never.
Don't go crazy.
If anything, not enough. Put her in more. I could have used her in The Brutalist, to be quite frank.
Oh, you're so right.
I could have used her in Megalopolis.
But instead we got her in Long Legs.
And thank God. If that wasn't
Red
already
One.
my number one film of the year, alongside Red One, she's what toppled them over.
Absolutely. She
Absolutely.
was everywhere.
The Last Showgirl.
Yeah, that rom-com.
That rom-com with
With
Mika
her.
Haraga.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
And Caleb Heron. Yeah. That was good. I watched it
Yeah.
again with Donna. She enjoyed also.
You just love to watch it with parents.
I love to watch it. I said your mum got one, my mum gets one. We need to even the playing field. The gun to my head, I don't think I can tell you what it's called.
I genuinely can. Is it like
Heart.
I can see the poster.
Yeah, Sweethearts.
Sweethearts. I think you're right.
God, I pulled that one out. Killed in that. That was her like maybe only starring moment.
She did play the villain in Red One though, so like that's a pretty big
That's
thing.
true. That's true. She did play the lead of Twisters as well, so
Oh,
I
yep, and Twisters.
took
there we
that away
go.
from her. Sorry, Kiana.
But she was everywhere.
She was quite truly everywhere, and I say let's see if you can beat that for 2025, Kiana.
I'd love to see what she does this year.
I'd love to see what she pulls out of the bag. Her and McKenna Grace are teaming up, so I'm excited to see it.
Oh, I did. Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. And now that brings us along to the next See You Next Tuesday. Biggest 180. Would you like to describe what this category is about, Ben?
I would love to.
Thank you so much.
So biggest 180. This is very specific for Annabelle and I.
Absolutely it is.
It does, in fact, determine the actors that we had the biggest switch for. People that maybe we started out the year not loving or just not really vibing with.
Or constantly defaming episode after episode.
But by the end of the year, we fell in love. We've changed our minds. And these people have a special place in our hearts now.
Absolutely they do. We learned to love again throughout the year, and these people taught us how.
I could be so wrong, but there are only 3 nominees.
We only had 3 nominees for this one. Yes.
Just
Because
wanted
you
to
know
make sure.
what? We have so much love in our hearts that we didn't have room to maybe not be the biggest fan of anyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry.
So the nominees.
The nominees for Biggest 180, See You Next Tuesday, are Kaylee Spaney in Everything. Lily Rose Depp. Then I was like, who's that? And Sydney Sweeney. Linked below.
The winner.
And the winner of the See You Next Tuesday is Miss Sydney Sweeney.
Of course.
Of
Who else?
Literally, who else? Like, fans of the pod, I know you're aplenty. I already know you know who was going to win.
You watched the episode.
You watched the episode. You've been tracking our 180 all year. I feel like she's the most trackable turn.
For sure.
For sure.
I do know, Kaylee Spaney, I feel as though that sort of happened on the pod a little bit.
It did. It definitely did happen mid-episode Civil War review linked below. But yeah, I feel like Sydney Sweeney was more progressive for pod
Yes.
listeners. They heard our hatred actually like grow for the first few. And then boy did we flip.
It made a big turn. The only
biggest
apology episode that we have.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I stand by everything else we've ever said, except for Sydney Sweeney slander.
And I couldn't agree more. So Sydney
Amen.
Sweeney, we know you're dying to be on the pod. This is our second, maybe 30th request.
Absolutely it is. It's actually
on the
really
pod.
weird that your agent hasn't got back to us. Like, that's kind of crazy. Because I know you want to come on. So I just don't understand
truly.
where the disconnect is. If it's check your spam, check your junk mail, pass that on to your team. It happens. I get it. But we're still here and we're still willing. Anything for you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right. And that brings us to the next nomination.
A classic. Sexiest actor.
The Oscars need this one as well.
Absolutely they do. Genuinely, sometimes they just give it to the sexiest actor. And I said, hey, make a category
Adrian
for
Brody.
it, okay? Adrian Brody. I know everyone was frothing at the mouth of Adrian Brody on The Brutalist.
This is these ones, I think we are starting something. I think maybe not the Oscars, but maybe the SAG Awards can have the sexiest actor.
Absolutely,
next year.
especially considering like aren't the MTV Movie Awards dead?
Oh my god, yes, as of this year.
Then where the hell is Best Kiss and Sexiest Actor to go?
We should have done Best Kiss next year.
We didn't know that there was going to be a gap in the market, but next year, absolutely. And it goes to
We
Daisy
will
Edgar
fill
Jones
it.
and Glenn Powell. Don't worry.
We will fill it.
We will fill that gap.
Our nominees for sexiest actor are Aaron Taylor Johnson
What a
in
photo.
The Craven, Paul Mescal in Gladiator 2,
What a photo.
Jonathan Bailey in Wicked,
What a man.
and Mike Feist in
Ah.
Challengers.
God, what a good gang.
This was a hard category because I think it was the year of the sexy man.
It really, really was. Like, I think this is one of the most competitive categories.
I couldn't agree more.
Like, when we were deciding today, I said, pick any of them. Pick any of them, and I will stand by it.
And we had a few honorable mentions as well. You know, this was a hard category for us to
Tough. To narrow down.
narrow down. I think
Absolutely.
we did pick the 4 sexiest performances of
I
the
agree.
year.
Because, yeah, like, performance had to contribute as well. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
just aesthetic. Horn dogs, get your mind out of the gutter. Okay? We were being objective. Yeah? These were sexy performances.
For sure.
In sexy films.
And they all knew it.
And they all knew it. And they took it and they ran with it. So they
And that
went
is
hand in hand.
why the winner of the 60 Next Tuesday award for sexiest actor goes to Jonathan Bailey, Wicked.
Whoa! Yes.
Can't get sexier than a guy from Winky Town.
Absolutely. I will be moving. I will be moving to Winky Town. He also won Sexiest Actor of the Year, right?
Is that true?
I think so. I'm pretty
I
sure
don't know.
Oh wait, no, wasn't it John Krasinski?
Are you talking about Sexiest Man with People magazine?
That is probably what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
that was Jonathan Krasinski.
Okay, but then second was Jonathan Bailey?
I have no idea, did not read the article.
He was on the list, I'm pretty sure, because I remember
I mean, there's
Bowen-
about 500 men on that magazine.
True. But I remember Trisha Paytas and Bowen Yang talking about it on her podcast and how, like, I'm pretty sure Jonathan was second and she was really pissed off about it. And then Bowen Yang said, I don't mind.
Didn't know that people ranked. I thought they just gave Sexiest Man and then they just put basically every other
Like honorable
man that
mentions.
worked this year in the magazine.
Maybe they were just saying that he should have been
In
one.
their mind, maybe, yeah.
Which I think equally as valid an award show as this one.
For sure. But I think that John Krasinski, I'm so sorry, it's Jonathan Bailey. And that's it.
No, 100%. Like, it's not 2008. What's up?
Absolutely.
His time has come, and Jonathan's time is here.
And we're also not here just to, objectify the men. we're also here to objectify the women.
And thank God, because they never get
Because that's
that.
equality.
That's equality. Let's show them. And
Tell me what the nominees for the sexiest actress.
the sexiest actress nominees for The Sick, See You Next Tuesday are Melissa Barrera, Your Monster. Margaret Qualley, The Substance. Zendaya, Challenges. Review linked below. Your head's in the way. Mikey Madison, Honora. And The Sick, See You Next Tuesday goes to...
Oh, wait. That's not correct.
I said, oh!
This is our La La Land moment.
Oh my gosh! But Ben, Melissa's already at the podium.
I'm sorry, Melissa Barrera. We're going to need you to
Thank
go
you
back
so
to
much.
your
Your
seat.
Monster was a passion project for me.
You're going to need to go back to your seat.
I'm so sorry, there's
the
been a
thing is,
mistake.
I did not check this PowerPoint. I literally made it, shut my computer, and completely forgot I made it. So when I got home, I did not think, to check to make sure that everything's correct.
Why would you?
So the real winner of Sexiest Actress.
We got
Annabel, take it away.
The real winner for Sexiest Actress goes to Zendaya.
Woo!
Challenges. Come on up,
We're
Zendaya.
So sorry, Zendaya. We're so sorry, Melissa.
I know you were so disappointed, Melissa. I know you were so ecstatic. I know you guys have both edited your resumes already, but we're gonna have to flip that one over. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Zendaya is in fact the winner. What a performance! Challengers changed lives.
Amen. These two lives right here were never the same.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And she went through her every phase. Mom Bob.
Yes. Long child.
And she was incredible every step of the way.
Absolutely, she was. A sexy enough performance to start a threesome.
And to win the award.
And to win the award and to take home the See You Next Tuesday.
All right, I need to get off this screen because
Because it's reminding you of our La. No, I actually love that there was a La La Land. I'm obsessed. It's year one, guys. Get off our backs. You try and host, create the graphics, record, produce, do the acceptance speeches, and be the musical guest. Okay, it's hard being a multi-hyphenate. And yeah. Anywho. We're over it.
The next
What mishap?
award is Craziest Cast.
Whoa.
This is sort of
This isn't us exclusive.
like a 60 Next Tuesday special.
Yes, it is. It's a little in-joke between us and the fans.
We love when a cast goes crazy.
And we comment on it every single episode, no matter the cast.
Only when the cast goes crazy.
That's true. I've counted at like 2 episodes we haven't said it.
And also, I remember one episode we said kinda goes crazy.
No, sometimes we shake it up, but our barometer, crazy or not.
Exactly. And
Exactly.
so we thought we'd make an award for it.
Absolutely. For the cast that went the most crazy.
Agreed. So,
Who are the nominees, Ben?
the nominees for Craziest Cast are Nosferatu, Challengers, Saturday Night, and Kinds of Kindness.
And who won?
The winner for the 60 Next Tuesday Award for Craziest Cast is Challengers.
Woo! A double win for Zendaya.
And right in a row. And you know what? She actually won this time.
And you guys, you can remain at peace, okay? This one's correct.
This is also a very tailored win for Annabel and I.
Absolutely it is. We share in the win. We share it with Zendaya, Mike, and Joshy.
We do. every other movie, you know, we love a crazy cast. We
Love a crazy cast. Objectively, crazy casts all around.
Exactly. But I do believe that Challengers this year, for you and I specifically,
Subjectively,
was the craziest
the
cast.
craziest cast. Because it
Yeah.
really was tailor-made for us. Luca tossed us 3 bones.
3. Well,
One
I think
each.
he tossed both of us
And
2.
he tossed us each 1.5.
Yes, you're right. You're
Absolutely.
right.
You got Josh, I got Mike, and we both got Zendaya, and so did the world.
And we literally said that this movie was made for us the minute it came out.
Link in
to this
description below.
day.
To this day. We rewatched it recently and said, God, what a masterpiece. If anything, better than the last watch.
Amen.
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 Truly. Crazy, crazy cast. We love the boys. We love Zendaya.
We love the boys. We love the one girl.
And the one girl, and
The
that's
one
it.
girl. We love. We love.
But yeah, that's our crazy cast.
That's our crazy
when
cast.
the cast goes crazy.
Yes, it does.
All right, we're getting into our final 4 awards.
We're reaching the pointy end.
We are.
This one's another one that I feel like is really specific to the pod.
I think the Oscars should probably pick up on this one.
Genuinely, I think it's crazy they haven't.
No, someday. Maybe they'll watch this.
I know they're watching. Academy, get out that pen. Get out that notepad. Write this one down.
What's the category?
Best actor. And the nominees for the See You Next Tuesday are Sebastian Stan, A Different Man; Timothy Chalamet, A Complete Unknown; Jesse Plemons, Is That Kinds of Kindness?
Yeah, you picked him.
I know. I was trying to identify the movie. I was like, surely that's Kinds of Kindness. Yeah. I know I've seen it. And Hugh Grant, Heretic.
What
And
an array of boys.
what an array of boys and ages and not races. But that's
And-
okay. The Oscars wouldn't either.
No, so true.
We took a leaf out of their book. And the winner of the See You Next Tuesday is Timothy Chalamet, A Complete Unknown. Don't worry, you got one. You got one, Timmy.
Might not have gotten the Oscar, but boy, did he get the sexy.
Now he will go down as one of the greats.
Amen.
Amen. You made it, buddy.
Congrats.
Congrats.
You can put this on your resume too.
Come over and pick it up anytime you want.
It's sitting in Annabelle's sheets.
It's crazy. You're going to have to rifle through them. I'll be there. So watch out.
But yeah, Timothy won. You know, I feel as though deserved for the lack of respect he got this award season.
Totally. The prosthetic nose. The little voice.
I was gonna say accent.
He did that one too. What didn't he do?
The singing.
The singing.
The press tour.
The press tour. He did so much.
He did. He gave us everything.
And we've now given him everything.
Link to his episode below.
Linked below. Timmy, we will give you everything if you give us the chance.
Just one.
Just one. Just one. I hear the Jettas are on the out, okay? It's time to move on.
And it's time to move on to the next award.
Oh, yes, it is. What a transition. And
We
what's
have
up
best-
next, Ben?
Actress.
Wow. Wowing.
Oh my gosh, again, you
No,
did the
that was
male,
crazy.
and I did the actress.
It's because we won
Our
last year.
nominees- You're right. The nominees for Best Actress are Melissa Barrera, Your Monster.
Will she win again?
And will it be real? Kirsten Dunst, Civil War. Saoirse Ronan, The Outrun. And Cynthia Erivo, Wicked. I'm surprised there's no Demi Moore here.
Actually-
Snubbed.
No, what? That's wild. Are we
Did
okay?
we snub?
No, we
Demi
genuinely,
Moore?
we didn't even nominate. Whoa.
Who did this?
Who did this? That was our
But
producer.
the winner for the Six See You Next Tuesday award for Best Actress is Melissa Barrera for
Woo!
Your Monster.
We're
And
serious
we
this
mean
time.
it this time.
You may not be sexy, but boy, you can act.
No, she was nominated at least for sexy, so like
You might be sexy, but
We
you
don't
can
know.
definitely act.
not sexy enough to win.
Absolutely not. You'll never be Zendaya.
But you are the Best Actress of the year.
Congratulations. No.
You were incredible in Your Monster.
You were incredible in Your Monster. And you know what? What an incredible career. Episode linked below. Wait, I just
was-
realized our 2 winners are the only 2 Spotlight episodes we've ever done.
Wait, that's actually kind of crazy because we didn't plan that.
No, not at all. It's kind of like we manifested this for ourselves.
Wow. The stars really aligned.
No, we're powerful.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Costco's crazy.
Casca's crazy in this episode right here.
No, 100%. Because they're all here and they've all made appearances and they will be in the credits.
Now, we only have 2 awards left.
The last 2 awards of the night?
The last 2 awards of the night.
How long's the episode been going for?
I think we're about 42 minutes in.
Oh my god. Oscars, if we could do it in this time, what's your excuse? We also cut the musical performances. So what's up? That's wild.
But the next award, I think the Oscars should do.
I also think they should do. Best Worst Picture.
Can you imagine?
Amelia Perez.
Ooh,
Except that's not good.
no.
They should just do Worst Picture and give it to Amelia Perez.
No, why don't you describe this category for those who might not be aware of the 60 Next Tuesday Awards?
If you haven't clocked in, welcome. The Best Worst Picture award goes to a movie that we think, objectively, not a great film. Kind of trashy. Not like super serious, common awards fodder. But we had a great time. We loved it. We ate it up. Like a guilty pleasure, if you will. Except we're not remotely guilty about it. We're actually giving them an award.
It's, we had a good time either way.
Either way. You know, maybe we actually gave it half a star on Letterboxd, but we loved it.
And I feel as though there were a lot of these this year.
Genuinely, yes.
I think
Competitive
we could have
category.
filled this category up.
Totally. I wish that they could all be winners.
But you know what? That's not how award shows work.
But I'm sorry, that's not how the world works. There's gotta be 3 losers at least.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And the nominees for the See You Next Tuesday for Best Worst Picture are Fall Guy, Craven the Hunter, Madame Web, Miller's Girl, and the See You Next Tuesday goes to Madame Web.
Woo!
Woo! Link to a review in the description
So
below.
true.
God, we're obsessed with our own work.
I think that this movie, is it good? No.
No.
Did it deserve the hate it got? No.
No. Because you know what? In what world would this be great? I just don't get it. I don't understand.
You're so right.
You pack a movie full of women, and we have to believe that they can save the world instantly. The premise doesn't make sense. So we're already in some fantasy world. May as well dive in.
Okay, so before you get canceled, I think that this movie's trashy. I think that there are some horrible, horrible script lines, some horrible editing. CGI
Yeah.
performances.
Yes.
But
Was I ever bored?
is-
No.
no, God no.
No.
And it's a superhero movie. What do you
It's a
expect?
Marvel superhero movie out of canon, right? It's
No,
not in the
I
MCU.
don't think is it Marvel? I thought it
Yes.
was just Sony.
I think it's Marvel.
Because it's a Spider-Man villain, so that would make sense for it to be just Sony, but it could be Marvel.
I don't know. I thought it was Marvel. I don't know.
It's possible. It would definitely be Sony and maybe Marvel with it, but because Sony owns Spider-Man.
Yes.
So it likely is like both of them combined.
And you know what? Either way, this isn't Avengers.
And
Not that that's
you're right, it is
even
not
that
part
great.
of the MCU.
Yeah.
So
What are we expecting for a little like side quest?
I mean, Casco's crazy.
Castro is crazy. Sydney Sweeney, you kidding?
Isabella Merced.
Sydney Sweeney and friends.
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott. You're everyone's new little crush from Severance.
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts.
The cast actually goes
The
nuts.
cast actually quite genuinely goes nuts. Yeah. That other girl?
Sure. There she is in the picture.
There she is. Can she act? Absolutely not. But do I need her to? Maybe. But, and that's okay. For her, I really think we could have cast someone better. But that's, I think, a flaw is what makes a movie. Like,
And
that's fun. Leave us wanting more. Leave us wanting good acting.
I want a sequel.
I would love Madam Web too. Are you kidding?
Like, genuinely.
The
I want a
cliffhanger they
sequel.
left us on, they dangled that
No. From the web.
from the web. Well, actually, I have an important question about Madam Web. Sorry, award show. Sorry to leave you hanging when we've got the final award to come. But Madam Web, was that a box office failure, like commercially?
As in, like, did it make a lot of money at the box office?
Yeah, because like, didn't a lot of people go to see it so that they could?
I thought
complain?
a lot of people went to see it and that it, like,
If anything,
despite-
it kind of brought people to cinemas because they
No,
were like, God, I gotta
genuinely.
see this.
genuinely, it maybe revived movie theaters.
Madam Web brought back cinema.
And I truly think that that's a fact because
I know more people who saw Madam Web at the movies than saw Honora.
and that's beautiful.
And that's beautiful. Thank God.
Let's keep it that way.
Let's keep it that way. And that's why it won.
But no, truly best worst picture of the year.
Amen. Indisputably.
But that takes us to our final award.
Ben, what's our final award for those
Our
who can't
final
read?
award is best picture. And you know,
Ooh.
I think next year we should nominate more than 4.
Yeah, the Oscars
should pull
nominate
an
what,
Oscars.
like 10?
10.
So let's just go all the way.
We did not do that this year.
No, we didn't. We kept it to 4. It's actually harder to be nominated for Best Picture, see you next Tuesday, than it is to be nominated for an Oscar.
No, so true.
So
So
true.
true.
So true.
The nominees for Best Picture are Emilia Perez.
Wait, but genuinely, I was like, where's the graphic? Where is it?
The first nominee is Snack Shack.
Yes.
Nosferatu. Wicked. And Your Monster.
Bangers.
And this
Yes.
was maybe the most difficult choice.
It was. It was.
You want to talk about a point of contention?
Jesus. We still haven't stopped arguing.
We've been muting ourselves this whole time and calling each other names.
We've been in the
between.
arena. We've been calling each other slurs. You guys are looking away.
But the winner of the See You Next Tuesday coveted Best Picture is Your Monster.
Woo, congratulations, Melissa. You're back. You're back.
Yes.
Yes.
And you actually won again.
And you actually want to get this just proves that you don't have to be sexy to be successful.
So true.
So true.
Your Monster was such a big movie for Annabelle and I.
Such a big film for the two of us. And maybe only the two of us, because it continues to be slept on no matter how much we run our mouths about it.
No, so true. And now that it won Best Picture, it's going to be put back in theaters.
Absolutely. Go to your local AMC tomorrow, guys. She's back.
We did that.
We did that.
But we did struggle a bit. We loved the movies that were all selected for Best Picture. All of us. All of them.
All of
Both
them.
Of us.
And all of us. The entire team.
The collective.
We loved them all.
But we both chose our own personal favorite movie of the year.
Yes.
Which valid.
Link in description below to our top 10.
Obviously. Yes.
Obviously,
you can watch that episode.
Yes.
However, because we were sort of at like a stalemate, we both agreed that Your Monster is maybe our best picture.
Our best picture. Absolutely. I could not agree more.
And I'm so happy to see Melissa and Tommy's little faces right here.
No, they're bringing me such joy right now.
I'm thinking, should I go watch Your Monster?
I'm thinking, yes. And you know why? Because it's a Best Picture See You Next Tuesday winner.
Oh, it so is. And you know what? Every Wikipedia page is going to be updated with the See You Next Tuesday awards.
Right this second. I'm going to get banned again.
But this was such a great movie, and you're right, so slept on. I want everybody to walk out of their homes, and I want them, walk into your homes.
No, you mean walk out of your homes, into the AMCs.
You're right.
That we've had conversations with.
That's what I meant.
And pop back in theaters.
Please.
Please.
It's needed. I think that this movie deserves every award.
Absolutely it does.
And it's a 2-time 60 Next Tuesday Award winner. That's
huge. And a 3-time nominee.
And almost a 3-time winner.
Almost a 3-time winner. Like 2.5. Yeah?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But now Annabelle will sing her rendition of
what?
My Stranger from the hit movie and Best Picture winner Your Monster.
And she will, but she's gonna wait until Ben does his.
Hi. Hello, lovely to meet. Please have a seat. Coffee or tea.
And that's the taste you get until you watch the movie.
Yes. Okay. Well, that was the first ever See You Next Tuesday.
Absolutely,
awards.
It was. The champagne was flowing.
It was.
The awards, the winners, the losers, the snubs, they're all feeling one way or the other about it. But you know what? They're all on their way to the after party.
And I want you guys to comment below who didn't deserve their awards tonight.
Absolutely. How do you feel about the presentation this evening? Let us know.
How can we improve in the coming years?
I'm not taking feedback.
And the application for the 60 Next Tuesday Academy is in the link below. And you can vote next year.
Wait. That's fun. And we give them like 25% of a say, and then we collectively get 75% of the say.
For sure. Or we just pick nominations and then we do polls.
That's crazy. But can we like veto them if we don't like them?
Well, I mean, we picked the nominations, so like we like everything that's there.
No, and that's true, but okay, you know what? I think that's a behind the scenes secret. Maybe we'll take your votes on board, maybe we won't.
We actually won't veto anything. You did not hear a thing.
Absolutely. We love you and we value your opinions.
So true.
So true.
But thank you so much for joining us tonight on this lovely, beautiful
Thank you for tuning
Tuesday evening.
And now Ben's going to do his closing monologue.
How about that airline food? And Melissa Barrera, you almost won.
Amen.
But you're not sexy enough.
Sorry. Ugly, babe.
Ugly Betty, more like Ugly Barrera.
Wait, that was good. That was good.
And I don't mean a word of it because I am in love with you, Melissa Barrera.
No, Melissa Barrera, you're objectively so hot. And that's actually what we spent the majority of your episode talking about, as well as your acting ability.
Yes.
You're stunning, babes.
But this was lovely. We cannot wait to see you guys next year at
the Dolby Theatre.
I was gonna like try and come up with like a 60 next Tuesday theater. The Illness Theater.
The Illness Theatre. Where you come down bad.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We're also taking applications for ushers next year and seat fillers. So
Absolutely we are.
reach out.
Headshot,
we have a lot
resume.
of openings available.
We don't have many. The seats are booked. Sorry.
You're right. There are only 2.
There are only 2, so think quick.
All right.
Absolutely.
With that,
We've got
think
the
it's
after
time to
parties
sign
to get
off.
to.
we do.
We've got to go. Vanity Fair's waiting.
Vanity Fair is waiting, and Vanity Fair does not wait for anybody. So
Absolutely not. So we need to get our asses there pronto.
we're gonna have to feel a little sick
Yeah. And we're going to have to see her.
next Tuesday.